What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today's video is a very controversial one, probably because I'm going to basically make a video based on Eclipse's video. He's a fellow content creator on YouTube. He's got a huge channel, and he actually made a video reacting to people's outrage about the open class system for the next Battlefield game. And he was basically pointing out two things, right? First of all, he's saying that the Battlefield community are against the open class system because it brings meta weapons to all classes, which is obviously not the case at all, and I'm going to explain to you why. And second of all, he basically experiments with Battlefield 2042 to prove that there is no meta in 2042. And in my opinion, with all due respect, that's just not correct, okay? Ghost Gaming actually reacted to this video as well. I'm pretty sure he was obviously against some of Eclipse's takes on meta weapons as well, because it was obvious. Even the stats on Eclipse's video actually says it all, because it's clearly following a pattern of weapons that are actually OP in the game. So I played 10 matches of Conquest, fully recorded, and I sit back, count how many times I die to weapons, not to vehicles, not to gadgets, to weapons, and just give you straight up the result of those 10 matches to see if there is some sort of meta pattern of weapons going on, or we're just delusional. What Eclipse actually says is Battlefield community is making up meta weapons based on what they die to the most, which might be true, because what we die to the most is basically what people play the most, and what people play the most is basically the meta, right? And that says it all. But we're gonna take a look at this and see how things go, okay? So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and start the video. Just remember, this channel is a Battlefield channel. If you are a Battlefield player, this place is for you. So if you want more news on the next game, more experiments like this, guides, and all those kind of stuff on Battlefield titles, you make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. So just letting you know, guys, that in my opinion, this experiment is not a good way to tell if there is meta weapons in the game or not, because sometimes you jump in the lobby, there are so many new players want to test out new weapons, and you are probably going to die to some random weapons that you don't really come across that often, you know? Whereas you might jump into a lobby in a close quarter map with like a lot of experienced players, and those guys usually play K30, AC9, or PP29, right? So it depends on the map, it depends on the game mode, it depends on the lobby, it depends on so many stuff, right? But for the sake of this experiment, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the results of the first match all the way to the last match, and we are going to compare all the weapons I died to, see what's going on here. Okay, so this is the result of the first match. I died once to the SCAR, to the M5 2 times, G428, K30, PKP, L9CZ, DM7, LCMG, Avances 1 time, and finally the RPT31 2 times, right? So just take a look at this. RPT31 is definitely one of the best LMGs in the game, with a ridiculous damage model. LCMG, Avances, these weapons are actually pretty strong LMGs. Like, I will place them. I recently made a video about the top 3 weapons of each category of weapons in 2042, and believe it or not, RPT31 Avances are in that list. The L9CZ is the 3rd secondary weapon in that list. K30 is in that list. SCAR isn't in the list, but it's the equivalent of the AK-5C. So these weapons are strong weapons that are killing you. Like the M5A3 with the right ammo type and the right attachments has the 2nd fastest TTK among all the assault rifles in the game, and it sits in the 2nd place with MTAR and AK-971. So as you can see, these are the weapons that I died to, and there's clearly a pattern of weapons that people really like to play with in 2042. But let's go ahead and take a look at the second match. In the second match, I died twice to K30, 1 time to the PBX, 1 time to the RM68, 2 times to the VHX, 1 time to the ACWR, 1 time AN94. I died twice to the Avances and only 1 time to the AK-24. So again, we have Avances here, we have the K30 here being repeated again. The PBX has the fastest TTK among all the SMGs, guys, in 2042, just so you know. So it's not a random, you know, out of nowhere SMG. You will not see me dying to a P90 in the entire 10 matches, okay? You never see me dying to a P90. There's a reason why people don't play that weapon, right? And there's a reason why I died twice to K30 without any like PP2000 or P90 or AKS being in the list. So again, the VHX D3 is, in my opinion, one of the best assault rifles in the game, and I died twice to that. So let's move on to match 3. In match 3, I died less, but I died 3 times to the Avances, guys. So I died 7 times, and 3 out of those 7 times was me dying to the Avances. And what else I died to? The M5A3, the AK-24, the BFP50. So the BFP50 is literally one of the only two secondaries I died to in the entire matches. You can't convince me that the BFP isn't meta because everyone's using it. Moving on to match 4, I died only one time to the PP29, one time to the PBX, two times to the M416, again 2 times to the K30, one time to the SCAR, and one time to the SWS10, which is, again, as you can see, I died twice to the K30, and this is very interesting, but I died twice to the M416, which in my opinion isn't really a good assault rifle at all. Even if you compare it to something like the M16, which I've been playing the entire matches with, if you compare these weapons together, in my opinion, the M14 is just way better, a lot better than the M416, but for some reason I died twice to this weapon. Moving on to match 5, I died only one time to the DFR Strife, one time to the SPK, one time to the G36, one time to the ACR, PKP, G428, only one time, and also the SCAR, but I died twice to the AK-24. In match 6, I died 4 times to the SCAR, only one time to the FR, one time to K30, BFP50 advances, MP9 and PKP also killed me only once. In match 7, I died only 5 times, and I died twice to the BFP50. And look at the other weapons that killed me. PKP, DFR, obviously one of the best LMGs out there. Like, you don't see people killing me with Type 88, you don't see people killing me with the M60, you don't see people killing me with, I don't know, M240B. People don't kill me with that, you know, because people literally just prefer to play DFR. They prefer the advances and those kind of weapons. Why? Well, there's a reason why. And that reason, in my opinion, is just because these weapons are better. They have more attachments, they're more versatile, and people tend to play them more. So when people tend to play something more, it's because of a reason. But no matter the reason, that means there is a meta going on here, because a lot of people are actually playing these weapons. And that's because we died to them more, because more people play them. In match 8, I died 2 times to the M416 and 2 times to the PP29, but only died once to the K30, AM40, SCC3, and M5A3. In match 9, I died to the RPK74M, which is something that not a lot of people play these days. I died 1 to the PBX, again 2 times to the SCAR, the MCS, AEK971, and M5A3, I died only once to. The maps I played were all huge maps. It wasn't like Redacted, Stadium, you know, Haven. It wasn't those kind of maps. I played in maps like Spearhead, Renewal, you know, Flashpoint. You can't really die to things like that. That's why you see I die a lot to LMGs and assault rifles rather than, you know, SMGs. That's because of the map. So in my opinion, the whole experiment is bugged and is not really appropriate, but let's just go ahead and see the results here. And finally, at match 10, I died only once to the BFP, once to the M5, once to the PP29, AKS-74U, and AK-5C only killed me once, alongside the SCAR and SWS-10. Now, just taking a look at the results, this is very interesting. So this is what I died to combined in the entire 10 matches, right? So as you can see the results, I died 10 times to the SCAR, 7 times to the K30, 7 times to the Advances, 6 times to the M5A3, 5 times I died to BFP50, Desert Eagle. I died 4 times to the AK-24, PKP, PP29, and M416, 3 times to PBX and DFR, 2 times to the RPT31, G428, DM7, VHXT3, ACWR, SCC3, and SWS10, and the rest of the weapons I only died once to. So let me explain to you something. I died 10 times to the SCAR. You guys all know how powerful SCAR is, right? I died 7 times to the K30. You all know what kind of weapon the K30 is. I died 7 times to the Advances. There's a reason for that, because the Advances has literally no recoil, 800 rounds per minute rate of fire, 200 rounds per mag, and that weapon is a beast. Even in my own top 3, the Advances is always one of the top LMGs in the game. The M5A3, as I told you, has the second fastest TTK with the right ammo among all the assault rifles. The BFP50 is hands down the strongest handgun in the game, no doubt about that. There's PP29, you guys all know it, it's a broken weapon. The PKP has also a fire rate of 800 RPM, so among the LMGs, it's really popular, first of all, and it really kills you fast, to be honest. The only thing odd in this list, in my opinion, is the M416, because it's not a really good gun. Probably there's someone, you know, spamming it in that lobby, and for some reason happens to kill me a lot. And as you can see, even the weapons that I died 3 times to, DFR Strife, DFR is hands down one of the best LMGs in the game. PBX, as I told you, has the fastest TTK among all the SMGs. So as you can see, there's clearly some sort of pattern going on with weapons that people tend to play and people tend to like, because I make a lot of videos giving people top weapons, meta weapons, and I see my comment section and people are in love with some of these weapons. Like, there are so many people. You just go ahead and look at the content creators. It's either the SCAR or the VHX or the PP29 or the K30, you know. Even the streamers play those weapons. I'm a content creator. I I literally just randomize weapons. I have an app on my phone. I put all the names there and randomize it, and I have a weapon of the day for close range, a weapon of the day for medium to long range, and I play with that weapon, with those specific weapons, basically, the entire day. And I don't care if it's overpowered, if it's a vault weapon, I don't care about that, right? That affects my KD for sure, because I go against people that play meta all day, every day. 100% affects my KD. But I'm a content creator, and I have to, you know, show up with different weapons. I can't play only 2-3 weapons and call it a day. That's not possible for me. Maybe if I was not creating content, I would just play K30, PP29, and I don't know, some of those meta weapons. But like it or not, meta weapons do exist in 2042. And in my opinion, you can't really put it to test like this, but that's obviously something going on in 2042, because we've all seen it. And about open class system, with signature weapons, people can't really abuse meta weapons anymore. If these guys are going to make signature weapons, basically limiting you, not letting you use the assault rifles, for example, on engineers with perfect efficiency, so why do you do that? Why make it complicated? Just lock it. Lock assault rifles to assault class and don't let anybody else use it. If you give steady aim to recon for sniper rifles and you don't give it to any other class, just lock sniper rifles to recon, and that's going to be it. There's probably a reason behind this, but DICE is being really, you know, brief about everything, which in my opinion hurts the community and probably isn't good for the future of the game, because when they drop something like that open class system article, they have to explain why they're doing it. But they just dropped it and no explanation, nothing. But what they say basically is that we know something you don't know, and that's not enough for a community that's been lied to in the past 5 years. So the experiment, the whole thing that Eclipse did, in my opinion, is irrelevant to the point. And like it or not, even in his stats and even in mine, there's clearly a meta pattern going on. So that was basically all I wanted to tell you guys, and it was basically some sort of experience for myself as well. You make sure to go down in the comment section, let me know what you think. Let me know if you are against open class system. Let me know if you agree with it. Let me know if you think there are meta weapons in Battlefield games at all, or you think that people are just delusional about it. Thank you all guys for watching, and until next time guys, stay cool.